You all right, mate?
You right, man? How's it
Can you
going?
hear
Can you
me?
hear me okay?
You hear
Yeah.
me? All right. I'm just gonna make sure everything's working. All right.
Wait, let me turn the light on as well.
All right.
I'm in the dinge.
All right. Ready?
Right, go for it, yeah.
All right. Says Liam from Headclash MMA here with Stuart Austin, the only man to legitimately beat Tom Aspinall in MMA. How you doing, mate?
How's it going, Liam? I'm getting very good, thanks.
Nice to know. So, have you been keeping busy with your training at all?
Yeah, man. I'm good at the moment, just kind of like pottering along. I'm kind of like got several different things going on at the moment. So like there's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just staying fresh. Kind of ready to take a fight. I'm signed up for something next year in April. I'm trying to see if I can get something between on just short notice. But in the meantime, like I've got my fight team is so busy at the moment. Like
Fight Zone
I've
London.
got people fighting in December, so it's like it's busy, busy. Like it never stops.
Now, I was having a look at that gym, Fight Zone London. You've got quite a few good fighters in there. Like, I think his name is Shah Kamali or something. Undefeated.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got Shah who's fighting. He's 3-0 heavyweight pro, and he was 6-0 amateur, all first round finishes.
Jesus.
And he's got a good one coming up next. He's fighting a lad called Luke Newland, who's 4-0 himself. Out in LFL in Holland, so that should be a good fight. A good test for Shah, good step up. And then we've got hopefully at the start of next year, I should have Mario Pinto out for his UFC debut. So yes, we're starting to get there. My amateur team is burgeoning by the day, and then I think in the next sort of 6 months, I'm gonna have 3 or 4 more pros who are gonna be starting their
Nice.
career. So it's like it's exciting times. Like a lot of guys kind of developing and just getting ready to turn over pro, and then my amateur team again is just growing by the day. I was just out in Uzbekistan for the IMAF Worlds, but actually with Team India again. So it's like it's just not stopping at the moment. Like it's so hectic. So it's kind of like it's kind of giving me a pump my brakes on my own career a little bit, like and just focusing on other people for now. It's but it's like very fun, like a lot
That's
more rewarding nowadays.
that's great, mate. I know this like your last fight was in Newcastle as well.
Yeah, man. Last one was good. Like exciting, I think exciting finish. The fight was okay. It was kind of steady paced. But I got him out of there pretty good. Dropped him hard with an elbow, and then
Brutal.
after him, the ref should have stopped it and finished him with the arm triangle. But no, it was a good finish. I was pretty chill. Um, yeah, no, it was definitely one of my better finishes and good performance generally. I was literally like just I could have fought the day after. I was calm.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how did you find Newcastle anyways? Did you go out or anything there?
Newcastle was good, man. Yeah, Newcastle was fun. It's always funny when I go different places, especially around the UK, because I'm from just outside Birmingham, but I live in London, and all my corner team and stuff, they're convinced that the rest of the UK is just these archaic, crazy people, and
Oh,
they're always just amazed. It was like, oh, people are so nice, they're so friendly, here. And I'm like, of course they are. You know
yeah.
what Londoners are like? They think London is the center of the world.
Yeah, I'm from Newcastle. Like anywhere, anytime I go anywhere in the north or like the Midlands, everyone's always so friendly. Then you go to like London, it feels like a completely different culture.
So different, literally
Man,
so different. But I feel like any city where so many people are so crammed together, you can't say hello to people walking down the street. Otherwise, you'd literally be like saying hello to 145 people every
yeah.
25 minutes.
Yeah, I get you. So is your next fight going to be under Octagon as well?
No,
On
I'm not with
Fox?
Octagon
No.
anymore. Um, it's going to be with a show called the GFL, hopefully out in the States. Um, so yeah, I think the idea is they're having basically a team tournament format. So there's an old show called IFL back in the day, which I think it's basically the same format. Essentially, two teams. The team that gets the most wins moves through to the next round. moving towards a championship. But they've got a essentially they've got a draft in January. So they're trying to run it like a you kind of like a US sports show.
Yeah.
Like NFL, they draft the athletes.
Oh,
Uh,
so you're
I'm
drafting the
kind of
fighters.
eligible for I'm eligible for the draft essentially, but I believe in Team UK, I feel like I've got a pretty safe spot. I know all the heavyweights in the UK, and basically all the heavyweights who are anyone at the moment have put their name to other big shows. So hopefully that should pretty much guarantee me a spot. Hopefully, and yeah, it should be an exciting show. There's some good former UFC talent in there. There's some former UFC Bellator. There's some up and comers. So it's definitely interesting. I'm kind of not entirely sure how it's going to work, but we'll see. And it's fun to be involved in a new project.
Yeah. So, anyways, speaking of UK heavyweights, I think you know what I'm gonna ask.
Yeah,
Tom Aspinall, only man
yeah,
to
yeah.
submit him. How are you with Tom
I
these
am.
days, anyways? What do you think of Tom?
Honestly, I've not spoken to him for a long time. But I see his dad and some of the team around from time to time, and I'm always super cool with them. I've like, when we fought back then, there was no. I'm not the guy who has really, I don't generally have bad blood with people or anything. Um, I mean, I don't think he's concerned about me. I think he's got
Yeah.
bigger fish to fry. I think like a lot of people I get tagged in videos every single day, and like people invite me to collab. If I collabed with every video that had me, with that fight on, it would be like my whole timeline would be that. And I don't know, it's all right. It's a super cool win, and it's great fun to have on my record. It's really nice, but I tell you what, like I'd reverse the roles. I'd have let him heel hook me if I could have been interim champion.
Yeah.
And going on, I think he's gonna be he's gonna be unified soon.
Yeah. I hope he
But
gets past Jones.
I I genuinely think he can.
Yeah.
Like obviously Jones looked pretty good. Um, but in my opinion, I think he had like I think he sorry, I think Aspinall got Stipe out there pretty quick.
Same.
I don't think the fight would have gone that long. And I think I saw Jones pulling away on a lot of those punches and turning his back and moving off. And I just think that would be such a dangerous game to play against Tom. He's so dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. The speed as well. Like I watched
Oh,
Jones. He turned his back. He turned his back to Stipe, and he was like running away. You can't do that against Tom. He'll just chase you down.
man. Yeah, and also Steve landed some shots during those exchanges, and like no one's pretending that Stipe is the same guy he was 5, 6 years ago. Um, I think people are massively underestimating Tom. I might even say it might even be a blowout. I think it might be another first round. I don't see it going, like if it goes out of the second round, yeah, sure, Jones will have a good chance. But I really think Tom could just smash him out, to be honest, and make it look like nothing.
Yeah, that's what I would have said as well. I think Tom gets it done in two.
Mm.
Yeah. So do you think he could do it again?
Oh, of course, mate, of course. Man, I'm old, mate. I'm old. I'm not trying to live in the past, like it is what it is. He's gone where he's gone, I've gone where I've gone, and best of luck to him, man. That's awesome. It's a cool thing. Like I like to think one day I'll be an interesting question on a pub quiz.
Yeah.
That might be my place in
So
history.
legacy.
Well,
The pub
like no,
quiz
it's one
legacy.
of those ones. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to have on my record, but like honestly now, like I'm trying to like with my own career, I've got a few years left, so I'm just trying to kind of look forwards and have some fun, do some fun things. I'd like to, I'm fighting in America next year. I'd like, if I can, to fight in Japan at some point. And obviously, I'd love to get to UFC, but I don't know if like, maybe I'm getting a little bit older. Maybe the clock will kind of run out on me there.
Well, I
But
mean, the guy Alex Pereira up quite old, didn't they? You might be
yeah,
Tom's
yeah,
Alex Pereira.
maybe I don't know, but it seems like I don't know if they're that interested in me. Like I think if they were interested at this point, there I would have known about it. So I don't know. I'm on a free fight win streak. I'm just gonna try and keep knocking people over, keep smashing people out, and let's see what happens, man. As long as I'm having fun, I'm gonna keep competing. Um, and like honestly now, like genuinely, like my last three fights, my performances are getting better than I've ever been in my career, which is mad because I'm old. I don't care at all about competing. Like I just rock up. I honestly, I'm just mooching about like it's a normal week. I rock up. Okay, we'll have a fight. Blah blah blah. Go home, and I'm coaching the next day. I'm literally not asked. But it's like I love training so much that, and I'm still sparring with my guys, and I've got such a young developing squad that it's valuable for them to have my experience in sparring rounds and stuff like that. So like I might as well fight while I'm at it, and you never know, you never know where you might end up. Like I say, I kind of still in my head, I still have Japan in my mind as somewhere I would love to compete. Depending on how GFL goes, like it would be super cool if it's a big tournament and something fun can come of it. Hopefully, and then we'll see where that goes from moving forwards. But like if I put three more wins together, then I don't see there's any reason why I couldn't have a little shot at the big show. Um, and sort of finish my run there. But that said, honestly, I'm so focused on my coaching now. Like I said, I've got Mario Pinto, who's literally just got into the UFC off the contenders with a really good first round knockout. And like at the moment, like I'd if I could pick you like if I had to retire now to push his career and to push the other young fighters' career, I'm completely happy to.
That's great. I think people need coaches that are involved with them like that. So, if you were to make it to the UFC, who would you want to fight? How do you think you match up with the division?
Honestly, like right now, I would pick any of the worst guys and I would humiliate them. Humiliate them. You'd be shocked at how bad I'd make them look. And I'd slowly pick my way through the bottom echelon of the division, just take them out one at a time. I might even wall install a couple of those guys, just pin them on the wall, helpless, unable to. Man, I don't know. Like, I think kind of if I went there, the only way for me that would make sense would be just to try and beat people as quick and as convincing as possible, have a run for a couple of years until some young lion comes and knocks my head off, and then that would be a nice finish. But I think genuinely in that top 10, there's a bunch of heavyweights who can't grapple. Um, and I genuinely believe that I could comfortably take them down and beat them up on the floor in the clinch and submit them. So if, I genuinely think I match up well with quite a few of the guys, even in top 10, top 15. I
Yeah.
think for me, like at this stage, it's kind of more about the matchup. Um, yeah, and just fighting smart like I have been doing. So I don't know. I'm not looking ahead of myself now. I've got GFL coming up. Like I said, there's some UFC vets, PFL vets, Bellator vets in there. So there's a few big old handfuls for me to worry about first before I even talk about anything else.
Yeah, I get you. So, who are some of your favorite MMA fighters
You mean right now or just in
right now?
general?
Right now.
Oh, right. You know what? Right now, I watched UFC China this morning,
Same.
and you see that tiny girl who won the road to UFC with that head kick.
Oh, she was down 2 rounds and that head kick was
Yeah, the
brutal.
doctor, the
Oh my
doctor whose mother
God.
doesn't know she was fighting. Oh my
That
word,
was
I'm a
frightening.
fan.
Yeah. Oh my
That was
God.
terrifying. That is the sort of stuff like, oh my word.
I had like
If
one
you,
eye on it and then it just
oh,
happened.
literally. Yeah, I was kind of had it playing along in the background. I was playing on my PlayStation and I was like, what? What just happened? Rewind it back like friggin' hell. And that girl was out. So I'm all for that little, that underdog. She's normally an atom weight. She's moving up and
Yeah.
all for that. And apart from that, to be honest, any old dogs who people count out, I love them. I loved it when Glover Teixeira came back
Oh,
and
same
won the belt at
against Yan.
57 years old. It's tremendous.
He nearly beat
um,
Yuri as well.
oh mate,
Oh,
so
it's so
close.
sad. So sad.
But it's more fun. It's more fun because I like it paying for it. Like it adds to the story. Adds to the story with Yuri and Alex fighting as well. It just builds
Yeah.
more. I like it when it is fun when the belt changes hands a few times. It's nice to have that dominant champ, but when the belt is swapping back and forth, it makes it super super fun. Um, yeah, light heavyweight for the last couple of years has been hectic in it. Just some of the best. Maybe not the always the most technical fights, but some of the most exciting, just wild gunslingers they've been. So yeah, yeah, honestly, like right now, there's so many fights I'm enjoying that it's kind of it's hard to pick. It is hard to pick.
I felt proper bad for Figgy today. I wanted him
Oh,
to
you just
win.
spoiled it. Not watched
Oh,
it. I've
I'm
not
sorry.
watched
I
it.
thought you were watching it.
I've
You
watched.
said you
I've
were
literally.
watching it.
No. I've got. I'm in the first round now. I should have said. I should have said. Oh, I guess you lost then.
You did that to yourself, mate. I thought you watched the card.
It's all good. It's all good.
So Craig set me up with this. He's a friend of Shamrock. So how familiar are you with Shamrock?
I'm good with Shamrock. Yeah. I'll get on. We were on a couple of the same cards together and just generally chat to him. He's a nice guy.
Meant to be seeing him in Prague as well. I'm excited.
Yeah. No, yeah. You should. I think he's going to do well there. He's like. I'm interested to see what kind of path he takes. Like, I'm not sure is if he's sticking around with Octagon, or if he's gonna look to move on to the UFC before he gets the belt. Because I think honestly, I think he's kind of like he's at a point now where there's only one or two more. Like, I think this fight, I think is personally, I think he's gonna blow the guy out. And realistically, in Octagon, there's only oh, what's the name? Is it Kieta, the champion? Um.
Couldn't tell
Basically
you.
there's a champion. There's only one or two guys in that division who are really pose any threat to him now. Um, and I would like to. I'd like to see him move on. Realistically,
Yeah.
just to see where he can rise to because I think he's looked better and better. His debut, he looked good for a bit and kind of a bit hit and miss, and then ever since, like obviously you don't know what people are dealing with behind the scenes, and then from there he's just gone from strength to strength. His fight against Stefano Curticoli was fucking awesome. He literally like Stefano's a solid guy. He's not a joke, and Shamrock was just all over him, made him like made it look relatively easy. So very impressive.
Yeah, great stuff. So anyways, thank you for your time, mate. I'm not gonna keep you much longer. But it
Thanks
was
very much.
lovely. It was lovely talking to you. So I hope you
Thank
enjoy
you.
watching the rest of that card. I'll see you later,
Ah,
mate.
there's no point
Sorry for
anymore.
spot. Nah, it's a good fight, mate. Watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, check it out. Bye
I'll see you later, mate. Bye.
bye.
How do I end this? Fuck. I don't know how to fucking end.
Oh, smooth professional.
It's my first time on Zoom, mate.
Oh, fair.
Yeah,
Wait.
Craig was meant to do
I
this one.
can leave, but I don't think I'll end your thing,
All
your
right,
recording.
that's fine. All right, I'll end it here. All right, thank you, anyways, mate. Bye.
Okay, right.